Welcome to episode 134 of Business Growth School for Service Providers. I'm your host Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. Let me ask you this question. I'm sure you have been on websites where the websites have been designed amazingly. I mean, like the flow is perfect, but what they're saying, the copy, the actual, the headlines in the text doesn't emotionally relate to you. Or you, basically you say that, hey, you know what? I mean, like the website looks good, but what they're saying doesn't make any sense, right? Now, I'm sure that you've also seen websites out there where you went there and design sucked. I mean, it's very old school design, not mobile responsive. But what text or headlines or the copy of that website was very emotionally compelling, it made you read it and you stayed, and beside, although the experience wasn't good, you still read it because the copy was really good. So this brings me to our today's topic: why copywriting is regarded as one of the most important elements of any marketing strategy. You can have the best billboard out there, but if it doesn't say the right things, it doesn't connect with the person. If you can have the best blog post out there, if it doesn't have the right structure, it doesn't emotionally connect with people, it doesn't convert. You can have the landing page out there, you can have a social media out there, any kind of content you produce, right? You need to make sure that it's written with a very careful, proper strategy and process in place, because what you are saying, that's how people are assuming your brand. And I'm sure you have heard about it, that the saying that if the heart's in it, the brain will follow, right? And we give an example of a man riding a big elephant, right? Technically, man thinks that I'm making a decision, and but elephant is making a decision. So elephant is your emotional brain. That's what you have to focus on in your copy, right? You need to capture the heart of today's potential customer, who's basically been seeing freaking so many advertising out there. I mean, every billboard, anywhere, any kind of media they consume, they have been bombarded by advertising. So how can you reach to people, right? Okay, because it doesn't matter if you buy plain paper clips, end of the day, emotions are involved in the purchase. Now, to sum it up at the strategy level, always remember that what you're doing is you're basically promising, the promise of gain and the fear of loss are the two emotions that really motivate people. The stronger is the fear of loss, and and usually I give an example that how to keep from being sued, right? Or let's say save money in lawyer's fee. These headlines are basically focusing on fear of loss, right? So basic human needs, keeping the fear of loss and the promise of gain are concerned, they go around your 7 emotional hooks predominantly, right? And what are those emotional hooks, right? Free time, self satisfaction, fun and excitement, popularity, wealth, safety and security, and good looks. So end of the day, you need to make sure that anything you're creating a website, you're creating an email copy, it doesn't matter what you're creating, it has to solve these simple problems, right? What I've also done, beside going over some of the copywriting base and the strategy, I've also included some of the tools links which you can basically use, or your team can use, or your agency or a freelancer who you're working with, they can use in order to basically write a good copy. So end of the day, copy trumps design and experience. If you open up your mouth and people don't relate to you, it's done. Doesn't matter how good you look, doesn't matter how you come across. So number one thing in any marketing, before you write your next ad, before you write your next blog, before you design your next website, pay attention to the copy, right? Very important piece of your marketing puzzle, which is usually being ignored. So go in, like, make sure that, like, is your copy, like, analyze your copy, right? Is my copy is up to the par? Am I talking to my people, my ideal clients, right, around their pain points? Am I creating good value or not, right? Well, if you want to access show notes, go to rapidboostmarketing.com/grow. I'll catch you tomorrow bright and early in episode 135 of Business Growth School for service providers. My name is Ali Salman, and this podcast is brought to you by Rapid Boost Marketing, online marketing for service providers. And hey, tomorrow we are having the weekly roundup, so stay tuned. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.